Hi, I'm Jackie Oliveri, and I'm a member of the Stewardship Committee here at First Parish. And this is Alan Armstrong, also a member of the Stewardship Committee, but more importantly, he's the chair of our Finance Council here at First Parish. I'm here today because many people have asked me, why is there such a large increase in this year's stewardship goal? A huge increase over last year. Well, to answer that question, I thought it would be important to get Alan's take on that. So, Alan?
Jackie, I have a confession to make. We wouldn't have a balanced budget this year if it weren't for the generous offer that Lynn Beasley made to be our interim director of religious exploration without pay. We didn't make our campaign goal last year, which was $200,000, and so Lynn saved us, and that's why we have a balanced budget this year. But we can't do the same thing next year. Right now, our search committee is out looking for our new permanent DRE, and we have to cover that salary.
So you're saying to me that the current budget, and how much is the current goal this year?
Our goal this year has to be $204,000.
And this current year,
current year, we have a budget of $171,000.
And that doesn't cover a director of religious exploration salary. So
you're right.
What's the amount for this salary, this DRE salary, that we need to put in to the budget for next year?
That would be $20,000.
$20,000 for the Director of Religious Exploration. And then, is that the only other thing we need to worry about for next year, or are there other factors?
There are two other factors. Christina has been our minister for 3 years now, and she has become eligible for fellowship in the Unitarian Universalist Association, and we need to recognize that financially. Now, in addition to that, unfortunately, a number of our oldest and most generous donors have been passing on, and that has left for this year a $15,000 and more hole in our budget. So the rest of us need to make up that loss and also come up with the increased money that we need for our programs.
So let me see if I can put some numbers to that for people. So those three factors you just mentioned, what's the number that represents the increase that those three factors give us?
That number is $44,000.
$44,000 more than we raised last year.
That's correct, Jackie.
That's a lot of money. How are we going to do that?
Well, we need to stretch. A guide to that stretching might be the fair share giving chart in our campaign brochure. That accounts for differences in income and in levels of commitment to the church. So everyone can find their place in that chart. By knowing that presently 2/3 of us give less than the average pledge, that gives some room to stretch.
So, wait, let me stop you there. So what is the average pledge?
The average pledge is $1,100 a year.
$1,100, and 2/3 of us are not meeting that $1,100 goal.
That's true.
So your word stretch is really appropriate here.
Yep,
so
it is.
Our message today is really, we need you to help us. We need you to stretch. Please help us this year.
And that's the way we can make our budget be what it has to be.